after she says that, Giselle starts with, "Oh, I don't think Angel agrees with that about Ashley." Okay, so this is what Angel says about Ashley. Disappointing, period. Strong mother, resilient, and petty. Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode number 13, Altitude with Attitude. I can see that.
Yeah, I thought it was a good one, actually.
This actually, I thought was an interesting episode, and I honestly thought it went pretty quick.
It did go quick. This episode went much quicker than the normal Potomac episodes this season.
I thought so too. I mean, there was a lot of strange things going on because we kind of start out with Tia and her sister Ameera go visit the house that her father used to own, and she brings her 2 kids with her. That came out of the blue. Yeah. I mean, I know she just met up with her sister, and then all of a sudden they're visiting the house.
But I didn't realize that she had lived in D.C. at one point.
Yeah.
Because she talks about living in England and her father, having a place in Nigeria. But I guess it makes sense. That's why she's in that area.
That's why she's there. Right. And that's where he loved to be. That was his favorite place to be.
Right.
So when she gets inside, the woman that owns the house is there with her 2 sons, and they're very, gracious and allowing them in. And I'm sure she's probably a Housewives fan, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, because she said when she told her sons, they were like, that's so cool. So,
yeah.
If it were just one of us, it wouldn't have been as cool. Let's face it.
No, it wouldn't.
With no camera crew behind us.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So she wants to recreate this picture of her and the twins sitting on the stairs. And that was kind of cool, I thought, the picture that she took.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they're there, and her brother winds up calling. And while her brother's calling, her sister sees this, it's like a date and a positive saying. And the date happens to be June 11th with the saying on it, which is her father's birthday. And the saying was, praise should be directed at performance and not at the person. Which I don't know if that was meaningful or if it was just the fact that it was his birthday and they were in the house and that was the date that was on there. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they took away from it that, now they have each other, even though how that came to be, their father basically stepped out on Tia's mother. He basically had 2 families going at once. But now they have
always
each other.
Wanted them. Right. He always wanted all of his kids to be close, but it's kind of hard to do when you do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Take a pretty strong woman to be like, oh, sure.
Yeah, come on in.
Come on in.
Then we see Giselle and Ashley meet up with Wendy, and they're talking about what a great job they did on their 4th of July party. All right.
My God, that was such a jacked up party.
It really was.
I'm the least creative person in the world, and I think I could throw a better party than that. That was horrible.
Yeah, I don't know why they were patting themselves on the back for that one.
No, I mean, and look at Giselle's track record. The party in her driveway, her dirt driveway, where people were slipping and falling.
Yes, yes.
I mean, didn't Robin own a house at that time with a running bathroom with running water?
I know. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And while they're there, they get the invitation from Monique to go to the Sip and Read party because I didn't realize Monique wrote a book, but Monique wrote a book. They're also talking about going to Angel's house and how they feel about that, what their thoughts are. They're kind of worried because, Giselle and Ashley are worried because, listen, they're not in a good place with Angel because they're shady to her.
Yeah, they're mean to her, basically.
Right.
I find it a little unfortunate that Wendy spends so much time with Ashley and Giselle, quite honestly.
I don't understand it.
With what's going on with Wendy aside, I always thought she was a very intelligent, no-nonsense woman. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like what's going on here.
Yeah. So then we see Angel's talking to her sister Ingrid on the phone, and she's telling her how the ladies are coming back to Colorado with her, and she's going to get ready. She's going to get it all set up for them. Ashley has her family over. Okay. The theme of this party is from 6 to 60 because her son Dean is turning 6, and Uncle Lump is turning 60, and somebody else in between is turning something. I was like, okay. That's a
Yeah.
big theme, but okay, we got it all covered.
Listen, at least she's showing us something at her home with
Yes,
her
I agree.
family. Like
I
Giselle's
agree.
doing none of that.
Right. No, I totally agree. I agree. So Ashley's mom is there, Sheila, and she tells us that she had told Ashley, I guess a little while earlier, that her partner, which his name is John, has gone into a treatment center. And that's a big deal. I mean, I
Yeah,
think it's
because this is
huge.
the first time they said. I mean, this
Yes.
man has obviously had some substance use issues for a while. So the first time he went into treatment, that's that.
Yeah, Ashley said 14-year-old Ashley has wanted this day for 23 years.
Yeah, that's a long
So
time.
that is a long time. Yep, that's a long time. So I give him credit,
For
and
sure.
I hope
I hope he
I
does
hope that
well with it.
I hope Sheila is strong enough to do whatever she needs to do once he gets home, because good thing he went. I think it's great, but I will tell you this, that I mean, it's it's not always a great success rate your first time. Many, many people have to go back over and over again, and they need the right support system at home to make sure that that happens. I wish them well, but I just hope she's ready. I hope she's ready for this journey. And then it's Monique's event, and she's going to read some excerpts from her book. Her book is called Love Letters from a Past Version of Myself. Okay. Okay.
I normally hop all over the housewives books, but I got to be honest with you, I'm not really interested in this one. And I
You're going
like
to pass.
Monique, and that's no shade to her. It doesn't sound like it's my bag.
No, I get that. She said that she wrote this book because she was on her healing journey, and she didn't realize that so many women had experienced similar things. So she did it with the intent to help others, I believe, because of what she learned. And I think that that's true, because even towards the end of the episode, when she's talking about, what she sees in Angel with her relationship with her husband, and she admits, she's like, I don't know Angel very well, but what I see, it reminds her of what she saw in her relationship with her ex NFL husband. So I do think that
It doesn't sound like it was
like,
a great thing that she said,
no, it wasn't a great thing that she said, but I'm
right?
just saying, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I'm just saying, I really think Monique's heart is in the right place in writing the book and in what she's saying about Angel. I think that she likes Angel. I think she's saying that she likes Angel. I personally don't think that Angel's a good fit for this show, regardless of what is going on with her husband, because of who these ladies are and what their intentions are. I think you could have the strongest relationship with your husband and he could be the best man ever, but to put up with the bullshit of Giselle and Ashley, like, nobody needs that. Nobody needs that.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And I really like Angel, and I would like to see her stay on the show, but I don't think I think that Ashley and Giselle are just bitter, jealous women, and when they sense someone is in a happy marriage, they can't handle it. I mean, literally Giselle is doing the same thing to Angel that she did to Monique when Monique first stepped on the scene. So I totally agree with you. I don't think Angel needs to put up with this BS.
Right.
I think it's unfortunate. Kay, listen, I don't think she brings much to the show. I don't know what she's doing with Greg. I would like to
We've
see
said
more of
that a long
Angel.
time.
Yeah. But I don't think we're going to get anything more out of Angel because these girls they're not going to stop calling her a catfish. I mean, it's ridiculous now. Like the catfish thing is played out. Please let it go. Stop.
Yeah. No,
So
I
you're
agree.
absolutely right.
I mean, after Monique does her excerpts from the book, she said that she hasn't healed her shady side, and she discovered that she is the binder bitch. And I was very shocked by this, to be quite honest with you. She hands out binders to all these ladies, and they each have tabs in them, And on the first page, they're supposed to write down what they think of themselves, like what kind of person they think that they are. And then she wants them, for each person who has their own tab, like what their view of that person is. Because what she was saying is, others' view of you is not always what you think it is. So, and I get the point and the premise of it. I just don't know that this was really the place to be doing this, especially considering there was other people there.
It wasn't the place to be doing it, and most importantly, because Monique, you just wrote a book, like a self-empowering book about yourself,
Right.
hopefully to promote other women to self-reflect and self-empower themselves. So instead, you turned this little celebratory party into an opportunity for people like Giselle and Ashley to say mean things, because I'm pretty sure they were the only two who did, about other people sitting at the table. And of course, those two heifers took the opportunity to do it.
Right. Right.
I mean, so no, it wasn't the time or place, Monique, because it should have been a very empowering lunch for ladies, and you turned it into what it turned into. And did you see Monique at the end? She looked at Ashley and she goes, I didn't know there was anything between you two. I'm calling bullshit on that. She 100% knew that there was something between Ashley and Angel. And that was probably why she did this. It was bad. It was a bad look for Monique. And I was happy she came back, but this was a terrible move on her part.
So that's interesting. So you think that she did it on purpose? See, and I mean, listen, I don't think it was a
No,
good
she
thing.
did it on purpose, but I don't believe for a second that she didn't know there was something between Ashley and Angel, or Giselle and Angel, whoever's coming at her at the moment.
Yeah. So I did think it was interesting that, and it's probably because of everything that she's heard, that she first wanted to know who has Stacy's binder, because that's what started it. She said she collects all the binders and then she passes them out. She's like, well, who has Stacy's binder? And Giselle did, and they wanted to know what she said about Stacy, and her tab was empty. She said nothing about it, about Stacy. What? Like
Giselle.
that in itself. Right.
No,
That in
because she
itself is
doesn't
shady.
acknowledge her. Just like
Right.
on the trip, she had nothing
Didn't,
for Stacy. So I'm
right. She wouldn't
sorry, you're
monogram
getting
her.
all jacked up because you got to share a room with Ashley, yet you invited this woman on a trip where you're giving all these women gifts and you ignore her. She's disgusting, Giselle. She's a disgusting person.
The next thing, Stacy, let's see, Giselle said nothing about it, and actually complicated, confused, nurturing, and fun. Is that what Stacy said about Giselle? Why did I
I
write
thought she
that
said it
down?
about Ashley. Did she say that about Ashley, maybe? Maybe it was Giselle. I can't see her calling Giselle fun. Giselle is not fun. I could see
No,
her
maybe
saying that
no.
about Ashley, though.
Complicated, confused, nurturing, and fun. All right, I'm not sure who that was. Ashley said something about Dr. Wendy's book under Kay's tab. She wrote fake. So Dr. Wendy under Kay wrote fake, and Kay's response is, "My bags are real." I mean, why is that your
So is your
response,
picture
Kay?
frame.
And then Stacy's like, "Can I have the mic?" She's like, "I want to go back to what Wendy said. Like, why do you feel that Kay is fake?" And Wendy said, "Well, before we resumed as a group," and this is what she has been saying the whole time, that Kay and I had thought we were in a good space.
Before
And
they started
then
filming.
before they started filming, right? After they ended and then before they started, like in between, she thought that
Yeah.
they were in a good space, right?
Right.
And then once they resumed again with the group, Kay was a different person. So she felt like she's a different person on camera than she is when they're off camera. And that comes off as fake. And honestly, Wendy has been saying this from the beginning of the season about Kay. So this is nothing that has changed. I think that she's been
Right.
consistent with this. She's been
Yes.
consistent and it makes sense.
Yes.
And Ashley about herself says that she believes she's bubbly, bright, a bad bitch, growing and glowing to be the best mother, sister, friend, daughter, human I can be. Okay, I guess she's trying to write herself another song.
You have some work to do, Ashley.
Yeah.
You
And
have some
after
work to do.
she definitely does. After she says that, Giselle starts with, "Oh, I don't think Angel agrees with that about Ashley." Okay, so Angel, this is what Angel says about Ashley. Disappointing, period. Strong mother, resilient, and petty. I mean, I think that's pretty accurate. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty
Spot on.
accurate. The next, we get to hear what Ashley said about Angel, and there's nothing in the book. Angel said, "Well, I ripped it out because I don't receive this." She said, catfish, not fully walking in her truth. Listen, good for her. Good for Angel. And then
And
she
what does
said,
she mean not walking in her truth?
right.
Because of the whole evicting thing that they keep trying to say?
I mean, that's the only thing it could be, right? What else could it
I mean,
be?
I think so. I don't know.
And this is when Angel once again did stand up for herself. Listen, she said, if you don't think I'm walking in my truth, then why are you coming to my house? Maybe you want to rethink that decision. And then Wendy's like, well, is Ashley still invited to Colorado? And Angel said, listen, I put so much work and I thought and care and love into this trip for every single person. Like, I don't know. Like, why would I want to have someone that feels this way about me, come to my house? And then Giselle has to jump in. This is my ride or die. This is my bestie. If she's not invited, then I'm not coming either. I'd have been like, perfect.
Oh,
That's
me
what I would
too.
have said.
Me too. And was it in her confessional that Giselle was like, I don't understand. We haven't even done anything to you.
Yes. Yes. That's what she said
It's
in her
like,
confessional. I was like,
what?
I know. I was shocked.
It's crazy.
Monique said, well,
It's
this definitely
crazy.
took a turn. I didn't anticipate this. So let's just take a break. I did actually like the way she did try to go over and kind of smooth it out because it was her activity that got it to where it was. She says, Angel, I didn't know it was an issue, but when your husband was invited to the whole family event, this is where she finds out exactly what happened. And I don't know if Monique was there when that was going on.
Monique didn't go to that. Monique
Well,
wasn't at the 4th of July party.
so I don't think that this is what I'm saying. I don't think she knew because this is what Angel said was the problem with her husband is because when she came, she was on the way to the party, they were running late, her
He
husband
didn't
was
want
on
to
the
go.
phone. Right. He didn't want to go. And who did want to go? I mean, Timo didn't want to go. I mean, Eddie does whatever Wendy says.
But they're not coming
right?
after Eddie anymore. But
Anymore,
they did, remember?
exactly.
See, so they did the same thing to Wendy that they did to Monique. They tried saying that Eddie was stepping out on her. They're horrible. They're so horrible. Mostly Giselle, quite honestly, because I don't think Ashley was involved in that. That was Giselle and Robin. Meanwhile, Juan was, slinging his big D all around.
Yep.
That was Robin and Giselle with Wendy and Eddie.
Yes, absolutely. So then Angel says, and then when we finally show up there, Ashley asked me in so many words, if I was evicted, and that's offensive. And Monique says to Ashley, Angel's offended. And, Ashley said, well, that's the way it sounded. It sounded to me like you were evicted. Like she's still like standing on this moral high ground. This is what I don't like about Ashley is that she just digs her heels in for nothing. Like, how does
like
it
a
affect you?
child.
She really
like a
is like a child. Yeah. Like this is not really your concern.
But what I didn't like is that Wendy said, if you know these women, you would understand it's just shade. This is not shade. This is not shade. Alleging that someone got evicted from a property is not shade. It's a bold-faced lie. And I'm sure Wendy didn't feel that way, that it was just shade when they were saying that Eddie was cheating on her.
Well, that's
You know
the
what
thing.
I'm saying? Like, why is it okay for,
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And the fact that Wendy said, if you knew these women, but she doesn't know these women.
Right.
She doesn't.
She doesn't. And they're not giving her an opportunity to get to know them because all they're doing is coming at her negatively.
Right. Right. So Monique says to Ashley, can you acknowledge that the use of that word offended, Angel? And she said, yeah, I can acknowledge that. And Angel said, well, I apologize. Ashley said, Angel, I apologize that that word came out in this vernacular and I'm sorry. I was like, just really?
Just say you're sorry.
Yeah.
That's like I'm sorry if that offended you, or I'm sorry if that made you feel so. Just say you're sorry and just leave it at that.
Then we see 12 hours later, Stacy calls Angel, and I for sure thought she was backing out of the trip.
Me too.
That was what I
Me
thought
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
But no, she was thanking her for the invite, and she wanted to get another bit of clarification about the altitude warning. I was like, wait. So I guess apparently I didn't know this, to be quite honest with you. I didn't know that you need to drink a lot of extra water before you go to places with high altitude because you're more likely to be dehydrated. I had no idea. I did know that like breathing was an issue.
Either. Yeah.
I knew that like the oxygen wasn't as much in the air, because of the altitude, but I had no idea about dehydration.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
So then we see all the ladies arrive in the airport, and again, Giselle has to make a comment like, "Why isn't Angel here? Why are we not traveling together?" I mean,
Yeah, like,
what does it matter?
she had to know she was going to the house early, well, to get it ready, even though they weren't even, but she had to,
Right,
get their
right.
accommodations ready. Like, she's just miserable, Giselle. She's just a miserable person.
She
She's not
really is.
enjoyable to watch.
I love that Angel met them at the airport once they landed,
Mhm.
and she had the 2 SUVs there waiting, and I'm not sure about why she did this, why she had Stacy and Wendy go in her truck with her. Like, that didn't
I
make any
know.
sense.
Especially because it wasn't Kay, like,
I know.
well, she
I thought
maybe to make the point that you guys are gonna be happy about your accommodations, but not everybody is.
yeah.
And by the way, most of these women were wearing jeans on a plane. Get out of here. Get out of here with your denim on a plane.
She says to Miss Wendy, "I like you as a person." So you're gonna I mean, we find out she gives her the whole lower level with
Yeah, that was
yeah,
amazing. I would love that.
me too. Me too. So they
I
ask about
really don't need
food.
a big space. I would just super appreciate my own bathroom. I don't need a big space. I just would like my own bathroom. Like if I'm away, I don't want to have to share a bathroom with anybody. That would be amazing.
I think it's hard though when you go to these places to have your own
Sure.
bathroom because, w yeah, I think it's hard.
I mean,
At
every
least
bedroom would have to have its own
the
bathroom,
ba
which I
yeah, it
obviously there are houses like that, but
right. I mean, I would say if I have to share a bathroom, it would only be with somebody who I really get along with.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But she says that there's gonna be a private chef at the house, and she also lets them know that Ashley and Giselle are gonna be sharing a room together. And they're also freaking out, all of them, that there's no cell phone reception where they're at, which that doesn't surprise me. This doesn't surprise
Yeah.
me.
I wouldn't
A
be
lot
happy
of
about
these
that either, but
mountain valley areas, it's hard to get reception when you're down in the valley part. Like,
yeah.
it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So they all show up at the house. The house looks very nice. It's got a beautiful view. Angel introduces them to Bianca. She's the head movement and mindfulness guide. I don't know what that is, but sounds important.
She's got her
For
work cut out for her though.
yes, for her company, for the Wonderlands outdoor company that she has. And Angel reminds them that drinking here, 1 drink is equal to 2 drinks, I guess again because of the altitude. Again, I had no idea about this either.
But maybe that's why they tell you to hydrate so much, you know? Like,
Yeah.
especially like if you're gonna drink, like have a drink, have a water. Have a drink, have a water, which we should all be doing anyway
I
at
was
any
gonna say that's what I
altitude. It's
do.
just a
Right.
yeah, it's just a smart move. But I guess that altitude you really, really should be doing it. And high,
Yes, yes. So she says, "We're gonna do some breath work, and then I'm gonna let you ladies relax because, I know you've had a long day." And Wendy's like, "Well, where are you going?" She's like, "Well, I'm going back to my house." And Monique's like, "Wait, why aren't you staying at this house?" And Angel's like, well, because there's not enough space." Honestly, she really didn't handle this well. I think that this should have been something that was a little bit planned out better.
she listen, when they said her house was an hour away, because at first I was like, okay, she's going home.
Yeah.
I thought it was like down the hill.
Right.
When they said her
Yeah.
house was an hour away, I thought, okay. I'm wondering if maybe she was planning on having them at her house, but all this stuff going on with Giselle and Ashley, she was like, oh, no, no. And then at the last minute had to find a house, and this is the only one that was available. I don't know. But an hour is a very long distance. Like, so basically you just got them settled. You're calling it for a night. You're calling it because you're going to go drive an hour. You're not going to come back in a couple of
Another
hours to
hour.
then go back another hour. Like, you're calling it a night at this point.
Yeah. And not only that, but you're taking Kay and Jassy with you, right? Kay and Jassy?
I think so. Yeah.
No, Kay and Tia.
Kay and
Wait,
Tia.
who's
Kay
she
and Tia.
Kay and Tia.
Yeah.
So
Because
she's
Jassy got a
taking
nice room,
right, Jassy got her nice. So she's taking Kay and Tia with her. So
which
that
is,
means right. I get that she's taking Kay because Kay is close with her. But
yeah.
again, you're separating them from the group. So if you're not there, you know who they're talking about. The people who aren't there.
Although, think about this. Kay and Tia were the two at her house helping her pack up, right? In Potomac to go back to Colorado. Maybe she's not all unpacked. Maybe her house is all in disarray. And they're the only two that she really trusts to see it like that, where they're not going to run back and be like, oh, you should have seen the house. Because even Wendy would do that to her at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Kay and
I
Tia are
think
probably the only two that would not go back and be like, I don't know. We'll see when they get back to the house. We'll see what kind of condition it's in. If I
Yeah.
just moved back from Potomac to Colorado, my house would be in disarray. So I can assure you
Mhm.
all of that. I wouldn't be hosting anything.
So after she announces that to them, then she goes around and starts showing everyone their rooms. Giselle and Ashley are sharing a room. Not only are they sharing a room, but there's twin beds in the room. That's tough. That's tough. And Giselle said, like, I'm not staying in that room. I bet you she's not staying in that room. My guess is she will be staying in Wendy's room downstairs. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
listen.
don't know.
I thought it was hysterical that she did that to them with the rooms. I mean, I thought it was justified. I think she had every right to do that to them. What they do
I
now
did
is up to
too.
them. If they leave, somebody's done that on a housewife show. Somebody has left because they didn't like their accommodations and stayed somewhere else. Who was it? Was it Uba?
No, she
Remember
didn't leave.
Uba?
Nope, she wound up staying. I'm just trying to think. I'm
Because
trying to.
Sai gave her her room. Sai
Yep.
gave her the nicer room. Somebody
And it
did
was
it
too
though.
small. I was thinking Lisa did it in the Hamptons with Miami, but nope, she wound up staying also. Who did it?
We're gonna figure it out. And if any listeners know, then
Yes,
please.
somebody. I think you're right. Somebody did
left.
leave.
It's like on the.
Was
It's
it New
like
York?
right
Was it New York?
there.
I know Luann threatened to leave because of the fish room. Did she ever actually leave?
I don't think she
Like,
left. I don't think she left.
like, I don't know. We'll have to think about this. We're gonna have to rack our brains. We've got a lot of years of housewives
Erica
in here.
Jane. Erica Jane left Teddy's Malibu home
Yes,
and
she
went
did.
to. Okay.
That's
That was
it.
going to
Right.
annoy the bejeepers out of me if I didn't think of it.
Yes, you're right. That was it. That's it.
But then Giselle and Ashley are acting like they had more information on Angel being evicted, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what happens. And Giselle says that. Well, we have more information about that. And Angel's like, well, we're going to get this out now because we're not doing this. Like, you're not coming back to my property and spreading your toxic energy. And Giselle,
Yeah,
well,
like,
it's not
why
for me
would
to
she
say.
ever invite you to her home? This is what you've been doing to this woman as soon as she got on the scene. Why
Right.
would she invite you back to her home, her safe
No.
space?
No. So this is where it ends. Like, this is a to be continued. And I really want her to get to the bottom of this. And listen, I'd be here for her throwing Giselle and Ashley out, to be quite honest with you.
Absolutely.
Like, this is ridiculous. Like, someone needs to stop it. It needs to stop. Like, we have more information about that. What more information is there?
Right. And why do you care so bad that you're looking for more information? Why?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the whole Stacy and TJ, like Ashley get in that agreement, that payment agreement that anybody could doctor up,
Right.
anybody could, that I really think that guy was lying at this point. I still think that she and Timo are a little awkward, but whatever. I still think TJ was lying.
Listen, the more they come from Stacy, the more we like Stacy. Because of
Exactly.
who Stacy is. Unfortunately, Angel doesn't have the same presence as Stacy does. And
No.
I feel like, like she's going to be one and done. I don't think that she's really built for this. I just don't. And she doesn't have
Well,
enough support.
you're
And
right.
Kay's
And
not strong enough
Stacy,
support. I mean, Stacy had no support and she could stand on her own.
exactly. Stacy is so unbothered by them. They can say anything and Stacy laughs it off, and she just has that host in her, that QVC or HS, that whatever she was on, like
QVC.
she just has that presence, like you said. Angel doesn't have it. Angel, there must have been things. Well, she said, I mean, that thing about the woman, whatever that woman said about her. Once you already have things in your marriage like that, and then people, you're just always on the defense. It seems like, even if you don't have to be, it's hard not to be. I think they're a really nice couple. I think they love each other very much, and I think that they're financially fine. I don't think she got evicted. I think the dates were off, and she doesn't explain herself very well. Maybe
Right.
that's her
Yeah.
biggest problem right now.
I don't think there's any explaining that Giselle or Ashley would be happy with anyway. So,
Right,
you know,
right. Good
I am
point.
looking forward though to the next episode because I like the way they kind of left us in this little cliffhanger here. And I want to see what she does. I want her to really kind of stand up and be enough is enough.
Yeah, I hope she does. I hope she does, and I hope it lands.
And so we're on episode 13. I don't know how many more episodes we have. I mean, we're going to have another episode in Colorado. That will be 14, probably maybe 15 we'll get.
Yeah, I
And then,
can't see there
and
being
then,
much more because Salt Lake's ending on 16, right? And then we'll get a couple of
yeah,
reunions out of it.
yeah. All right. So we'll have to wait and see what happens until next week. Anything else you can think of?
No.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.